Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, it has been recommended to me to check out DDT's Wrestle Peter Pan 2023. So, shout out to Ricardo, I believe that was who made the recommendation. So yeah, I decided to partake and watch the whole show, and here I am to give my review on it. Now, I will admit this is my first Wrestle Peter Pan. I am a little bit familiar with DDT to a degree, but just to kind of break it down a little bit. DDT stands for Dramatic Dream Team Pro Wrestling. DDT founded in '97, founded by Shinichiro Muto. It's part of the Wrestle Universe pack with Pro Wrestling Noah, Ganbare Pro Wrestling, and Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. To just sort of sum it up, it's mainly full of comedy wrestling for the most part. It's mostly comedy wrestling, which they do have some hardcore matches as well, but I think overall it's biggest percentage comedy matches, at least from what I've seen. But they got a big barrage of championships. Like, this promotion has a ton of championships. It's interesting. You got the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship, which is pretty much like a 24/7 hardcore title. Apparently that's how they treat it. You have the World Omori Championship, which I'm not really too sure what type of title that is, to be honest with you. They have an 040 championship, which is a championship that only wrestlers over 40 years old can compete for. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I've never heard of a title like that. But apparently that's one of their titles, an 040 championship. They have a KOD 10-man tag team championship, which KOD means King of DDT. But yeah, they have a 10-man tag team championship. Wow. Wow. So, a team of 5 can win these titles. That's crazy. They have a KOD 6-man tag team championship, so trios. KOD tag team championship, which is just regular tag team championship. They have a title called the DDT Extreme Championship, which apparently the champion can defend the title and can choose the stipulation. Oh, they can choose a special stipulation when defending the title. Interesting. Okay. That's unique. You have the DDT Universal Championship, which is meant to expand internationally, so for the most part to be defended all over the world. And then the main one is the KOD Openweight Championship. That's the top title of DDT. But yeah, DDT Dramatic Dream Team. But Yeah, yeah. Just thought I had to break that down for those that have never watched a DDT show, but they are part of Wrestle Universe, so you can check them out on the Wrestle Universe streaming service. So easy access. Okay, Wrestle Peter Pan 2023, which, by the way, I think is a dumb name for a show. You know, I just got to keep it real. That name is lame. But supposedly this, I've been told that this is supposed to be like the Wrestle Kingdom equivalent for DDT. So I was like, interesting. I just don't like the name. But took place July 23rd at the Ryogoku Kojikon in Tokyo, Japan, which had English commentary. I thought that was really cool. But we had 12 total matches, with 3 of them championship matches. So let's go ahead and get started with the review. Shall we? Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so first up, we had a singles match between Takeshi Masada and Kazuma Sumi. I am not familiar with either of these two wrestlers, so this was new for me. But I actually really enjoyed this match. It was definitely back and forth. It was kind of hard to tell who was going to pick up the victory, because they both had very good offense, and it really could have gone either way. But Takeshi Masada ended up picking up the victory, hitting a cross-legged driver. Very, very similar to Mina Shirakawa's figure 4 driver. But yeah, Takeshi Masada defeats Kazuma Sumi. But a good opening match. Actually, a very good opening match. I definitely enjoyed it. Okay. Let's see. Next up, here, let me make sure I pick the right graphic. Oh, here we go. Okay, next up. This was quite an interesting trios match. We had a 6-man tag trios match. On one side, we had the team of Sanshiro Takagi, Shinichiro, I almost said Shinichiro Watanabe. Wow. Shinichiro Kawamatsu and Yuni, taking on the team of Masahiro Takanashi, Toy Kojima, and Rukiya. And of course, I couldn't help but notice that Shinichiro was wrestling in a business suit. It was really weird. I am familiar with Masahiro Takanashi. Of course, he is one half of the what was it? Oh, Calamari Drunken Kings with Chris Brooks. So I've seen them quite a bit on Gato Move / Choco Pro Wrestling. So I'm familiar. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting match. But yeah, he's the only one that I'm familiar with. Yuni, I thought, was pretty cool with his high-flying stuff. And Shinichiro Kawamatsu was doing pretty well for wrestling in a business suit. I was actually pretty impressed. Toy Kojima was really cool. But yeah, this was a pretty good match overall. Got a good dose of high-flying with some striking. So yeah, I really had no complaints. And sure enough, the businessman, Shinichiro Kawamatsu, actually picks up the victory for his team after hitting Rukiya with a spear and covering him for the 1-2-3. I was like, oh snap, that's what's up. Didn't let wrestling in a business suit bother him, that's for sure. But pretty good match. Pretty good. All right. Third match. Okay, this time we had ourselves a 3-way. six-man tag, three-way trios action. So one team, we have my man Naruki Doi, of course from Dragon Gate, teamed up with Toru Owashi and Kazuki Hirata versus Minoru Fujita, MJ Paul, and Kanon versus Kotaro, Suzuki, Yusuke Okada, and Yuya Koroku. Now, of course, the only two names that I know are Minoru Fujita and Naruki Doi. Of course, you know, I've watched Naruki Doi a lot over the years, especially through Dragon Gate. He's part of one of my top 10 favorite tag teams, Speed Muscle, him and Masato Yoshino. But this was a pretty good match. I just really wanted to see more Naruki Doi, because I like Naruki Doi. There wasn't enough Naruki Doi in this match. I know I'm being biased. I know, but it was all right. It was an all right match. Kanon ended up pinning Yuya Koroku with a kind of like a Blue Thunder bomb, but it was more like a Blue Thunder Dominator. I thought it was pretty cool finisher. But yeah, it was an all right match. I just wanted to see more Naruki Doi. Okay, the fourth match. Oh man. Now things are about to get really, really weird. So yeah. Had another six-man tag team match where we had the team of the Pheromones, which are Yuki Sexy Ino, Danshoku Dandy Dino, and Yomihito Fantastic Imanari, accompanied by Kachikire Hisaya, and they took on the team of Akito, Soma Takao, Yoshitomu Shimo Higashi, and they were accompanied by Buchikure Ujihara. The only thing that I will say was this match was weird on so many levels and not in a good way. I refuse to go into detail because I don't want to keep the image of what I saw in my head, and I don't think it's something that I can unsee. So, with that being said, all I will say is that Yuki Sexy Ino pinned Akito for the 1-2-3 after a spear. And I will now move on because I don't want to talk about that match anymore. Next up, this match was weird as well, but weird in a different way. So we had a special tag team match. We had the team of Chitan and Pokotan taking on Andreza the Giant Panda and Super Sasadango Machine. I mean, I will give Chikatan and Pokotan credit, you know, being able to do the high-flying stuff that they did in those big mascot outfits. I'll give them credit for that. But this match got weirder and weirder, which I really shouldn't be surprised at any of this because it is DDT. But this was just one of those I can't believe this is happening type of matches. But and I mean, I've seen Andres the Giant Panda before. I mean, it was on the TJPW show, so I mean, I haven't forgotten about that. But it's like, I mean, you have to deflate him to even get him in the ring, and then reinflate him, and it's just like, ugh. But yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Why did y'all request me to watch this? Why? Oh my god. Anyway, Cheetan picks up the victory after Cheetan and Pokotan hit Super Sasadango Machine with a Chipoko trigger, kind of similar to a BTE trigger. And yeah, they picked up the victory. Oh man, that was quite a match. Yeah, that was quite a match. That's all I can really say. Yep, that is all I can really say. Okay, next up, we had the first of 3 championship matches. Alright, we had the KOD 6-person tag team championships on the line. We had the champs made up of Kazusada Hikuchi, Ryota Nakanatsu, and Yuki Ishida defending against the team of, apparently they're called Eruption, which is Yukio Sakaguchi, Saki Akai, hey Saki Akai, and Hideki Okatani. Now, of course, the only 2 people I know in this match are Yukio Sakaguchi and, or not Yukio Sakaguchi. I know Hideki Okatani and, of course, Saki Akai. To be honest with you, this match didn't seem that long. I felt like this match could have been longer. It just, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but it didn't really seem that long. But Hideki ended up pinning Ishida. Hideki Okatani got the victory after hitting a double underhook suplex on Yuki Ishida, getting the 1-2-3 and Eruption. Yukio Sakaguchi, Saki Akai, Hideki Okatani are your new King of DDT 6-man tag team champions. And, you know, congratulations to Saki Akai. She was in tears. She was very joyful. Because we got to remember, this year is the last year of Saki Akai. She's going to be retiring at the end of this year. So keep that in mind. So we'll see what kind of run she has with these titles, which I think I remember her saying in her press conference that she wanted to win these titles one more time. So, wish granted. But yeah, I just wish the match would have been longer. Anyway, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break, so here's a quick word from the sponsor, Game Beauty. As you continue to watch and enjoy Blitzball Champ gaming content here on the U to the Tube, be sure you take a moment to check out the link to the description for Game Beauty. Game Beauty offers a variety of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. They offer items such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, and even non-makeup items such as these graphic t-shirts. They also have collaboration items like this Persona 5 Royal Limited Edition makeup collection, as you can see here, which you can get it as a full collection, or you can get different bundles of this collection, as well as different pieces separately. Also, Game Beauty offers free domestic and international shipping to most countries for orders over $60. And be sure to use the promo code blitzball_champ, all in caps, and you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to take advantage of that nice little discount. And now, back to our regularly scheduled video. Enjoy. Whew, goodness gracious. Okay, let's continue on from where we left off and go into our next match, shall we? Okay, this was a really good match. Had a special singles match. We had Taka Michinoku, of course, the man behind Just Tap Out, and also one of the members of Just Five Guys, going up against Mao. Mao, 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 Mao. Anyway, this was a good match. This was a good, solid match. I like both competitors. I've seen both competitors before. So, yeah, this was a good back and forth match. I was kind of hopeful that maybe Taka could have pulled it off. I mean, he got the Just Face Lock in a few times, but yeah, Mao just ended up being a little too much for him. Hit a very nicely done Phoenix Splash off the top turnbuckle onto Taka Michinoku, and picked up the 1-2-3, and Mao defeats the legendary Taka Michinoku. But it was a good match. It was a really good match. I enjoyed both competitors. Of course, you know, I've been watching Taka Michinoku ever since I was a kid. So, okay. Let's go to our next match. Alrighty, we had ourselves a special tag team match. We had the team of Harashima and apparently the returning Yukio Naya, and they took on the team of Jun Akiyama and Shikihiro Iri, or Ire. I hope I said that right. Of course, you know, I'm familiar with the latter tag team of Jun Akiyama and Shikihiro Ire. Overall, this was a good match. This was definitely a good match. Good to see Jun Akiyama again, which, I mean, I know he's signed to DDT, but, you know, it was just good to see him in action again. So, definitely enjoyed this match. Shikihiro Ire ends up picking up the victory after connecting a lariat on Yukio Naya and pinning him for the 1-2-3. But yeah, I enjoyed that tag match. That was a good, solid tag match. Don't really have any complaints, to be honest with you. All right, let's keep it going. One second. Okay. Now, this right here was one of my favorite matches of the show. Special singles match, and this did not disappoint. We had Konosuke Takeshita versus Yuki Ueno. Now, of course, I recently saw Yuki Ueno at the All Together show that involved Pro Wrestling Noah, that involved All Japan Pro Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Really good show. But yeah, these two went back and forth, and of course these two were best friends, if I remember correctly, and also were in a tag team and a stable together. So yeah, Konosuke Takeshita has been in quite tearing it up in the States since coming to the States and being signed to AEW. But definitely came back to DDT and did not miss a beat. And this match was on fire. I mean, both competitors looked really good. Takeshita with his really strong strikes definitely showed up and showed out. But the finish, that was a really scary finish, as Takeshita defeated Yuki Ueno after hitting him with like an avalanche brainbuster off the turnbuckle, like literally just dropped him like off the turnbuckle, avalanche style brainbuster. I was like, holy crap, that looks scary. But covered him for the 1-2-3. Konosuke Takeshita picks up the victory. Tried to show sportsmanship at the end of the match, but I guess the guy that was with Yuki Ueno, kind of shoved Takeshita, and then he ended up leaving, so that didn't end up going down. But excellent match. Definitely enjoyed it from start to finish. Okay, how about another title match? Shall we? Surely. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, we had the DDT Universal Championship on the line. As the champion, Tetsuya Endo defended against Matt Cardona, and he was accompanied by Stephanie DeLander. Now, I have seen Tetsuya Endo before, so I am somewhat familiar with him. Of course, definitely Matt Cardona was the heel in this match. Definitely showed. Overall, it was a pretty decent match. Definitely back and forth. It looked like Tetsuya Endo was just, bouncing back. No matter how much cheap tactics and shenanigans happened, he just kept bouncing back and bouncing back. And looked like he was going to eventually pull it off, but one thing he did get was one heck of a smooch from Stephanie DeLander before he ate a low blow from her. And then once that was all said and done, Matt Cardona hits the Rough Rider, pins him for the 1-2-3, and Matt Cardona, the supposed belt collector, is now your new DDT Universal Champion. So I expect to see him defend the title all over the place. And as a matter of fact, we know who his first challenger will be, and it will be in the form of the cutest in the world, Maki Ito. That's right. Maki Ito got up on the screen, made the challenge, and apparently word is that this is the first time that this belt will be on the line in an intergender match. So, something to look forward to. Matt Cardona, Maki Ito for the DDT Universal Championship. I might have to keep an eye out for that. Anyway, that was second title change. All right, let's go to our next match. Here we go. This was a very special, dramatic dream match, as we had Daisuke Sasaki taking on New Japan Pro Wrestling's El Desperado. And this was another one of my favorite matches of this show, and I can totally understand why it was the semifinal match. But, these two tore the roof off. I mean, just back and forth. It really could have gone either way. Both traded submissions and strikes and power moves. It really could have gone either way. But El Desperado just had enough in the tank to finish off Daisuke Sasaki. It took a couple of numero dos attempts, but once he got both arms trapped, it was a wrap. Daisuke had no choice but to give up, and El Desperado submits Daisuke Sasaki with a numero dos to pick up the victory, and Despi ended up getting 2 big bottles of tequila. I guess this was a special match where the sponsor was, I don't know, was the sponsor Jose Cuervo or something, and he just got a supply of tequila or whatnot. I don't know what that was, but showed good sportsmanship and actually gave a bottle of tequila to Daisuke Sasaki, and they did a toast and took a shot. So I thought that was pretty cool. So great match, ended with great sportsmanship. So really good stuff. Okay. Where's the graphic? What the heck? Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the main event of Wrestle Peter Pan 2023. This was for the main top title, the King of DDT Openweight Championship. As the champion, Yuji Hino defended against the winner of the King of DDT tournament, Chris Brooks. Now, not familiar with Hino, but I am very familiar with Chris Brooks. Of course, I've seen a decent amount of work from him in DDT, but I've seen a lot more of his work on via Gato Move Choco Pro. And of course, you know, he's one half of the Calamari Drunken Kings. So, very familiar with him, and I love his commentary. I totally love his commentary. But this was a hard-hitting match, and Yuji Hino, that dude hits hard, and he can take a lot of punishment. So I am not really shocked that he was the King of the DDT Openweight Champion. That dude hits hard, and it showed in this match. Chris Brooks did have the height advantage, but Hino definitely had the power advantage. But you know what? It was good to see how well Chris Brooks hung with him in this match, and definitely had the crowd on his side. And you know what? When it was all said and done, Chris Brooks was able to endure as best as he could, and it paid off. Couple of strikes here, couple of strikes there, to the point where he was finally able to weaken Yuji Hino and was able to put him away with a Tiger Driver 98, pin him with the 1-2-3, and Chris Brooks is your new King of DDT Openweight Champion. So, all 3 titles changed hands at the show, but Chris Brooks closes it out in the main event by picking up the victory and becoming champion. So congratulations to Chris Brooks. He cites DDT as pretty much his favorite promotion. He loves DDT. He's happy to have moved to Japan. And, you know, I like the guy. I think he's really cool. I hope to meet him someday. But I'm very happy for Chris Brooks. He seems like a really cool guy. And you know what? Won the King of DDT tournament and then ended up winning the title. So congratulations to Chris Brooks. And he got himself a challenger. Shigehiro Ire challenges him for a shot at the King of DDT Openweight Championship. So we'll have to see when they end up doing that match. But hey, you know, a happy ending there for Chris Brooks. And that is DDT's Wrestle Peter Pan 2023. Overall, I'll just say this. DDT, just like Gato Move Choco Pro, to be honest with y'all, like, this is probably a promotion that I could only take maybe in every now and then small batches, because while I don't mind occasional comedy wrestling when it's a promotion where like the biggest percentage of it is comedy wrestling. It's kind of a turnoff for me. You know, and even with Gato Move Choco Pro, like, it's unique, I give it that, but I can only deal with so much comedy wrestling in one show. You know what I mean? All in one show. It's a little ridiculous to me. So, but like I said, I respect DDT for just, you know, what it is. I mean, it's its own promotion. It's a successful promotion, so I give it that. They got way too many titles for that promotion. Way too many titles. But it's a promotion that I can, you know, keep an eye out every now and then. But can't say that it's a promotion that I could see myself consistently engaging in. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty and let me know what y'all thought about Wrestle Peter Pan 2023. Oh my god, that's such a bad name. Let me know what your thoughts are. What'd you think of the matches? What'd you think of the title changes? And let me know what other shows you think I should check out, invest in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. For another pro wrestling talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, and I need to go to bed because it's almost 3 in the morning. So I will see y'all later. God bless. Peace.